UP, now that play of trying to go inside has already been read by UP. They have to make an adjustment there. Sagindel manages to get the block from Bienvenida.
You know, UE just trying to get a step ahead of them. First foul on Bienvenida. 14 fouls now for UP. So they'll be in the same situation they got themselves into in the first quarter, where they're being the penalty will give UE a lot of chances at the free throw line.
Arellano. Here's Masbang. I think this is the longest I've seen him on the court without committing a foul, you know.
Well, I think he has really checked his situation.
And I've covered a number of UP games already. Bienvenida has thought about it. They go to Santos. Santos tries to squeeze the trigger. Won't make it. Hubalde, Sagindel, inside to Canaleta. KG's hook won't work. Rebound controlled by Ibanez. Ibanez signals to play while dribbling. Bienvenida looks for an open Maroon. Penetrates instead. Almost had it. Hubalde gracefully into his front court. They're trying to work this triangle, this most of play, but the half-court set has not been exactly productive for the UP Red Warriors. Masbang. No, sir.
Oh.
Masbang.
You know, you wouldn't believe he was the one who took the shot from one side and then was able to retrieve the offensive board on the left side.
And again, when you have situations like that, the opposing side says, box out, box out, box out. Almeda, wide open, till the guard flipped over. No. Lito Vergara is dying because he's not getting any calls.
Yes. You know, he's waiting. You know, Masbang was on the floor. I think he was creating some trouble downstairs. And yes, Sam, that's right. You know, UE only a team foul to show here in the second period as compared to UP's 4.
We're tied at 22, which is our 6th standoff. Lead pass to Santos.
Well, they were very much in a hurry to unload that potato to Santos.
And the Fighting Maroons need to talk things over. They've lost the lead of as much as 5 points here in the second quarter.
Versus UP. Earlier at the dugout, the boys were told that they are where they are because they have been playing good defense. So therefore, they should use this to their advantage by continuing on their press and putting us up on UP's transition shots. Coach Dindo said, let your defense dictate on UP's offense. However, the boys were also told not to run away from offense. Rather, they should communicate, execute, continue having, quote-unquote, the killer instinct of a warrior. 7 Randy.
Oh, boy, Anna. The coaches are using every trick in the book. Yesterday, it was Koibana showing his team clips or segments of the movie Troy. And now, the heart of the warrior. Everybody's trying a motivational tool at this point and getting to be extremely interesting as we check out this Smart Buddy instant replay.
Well, pressing defense resulting in a turnover, and Almeda scooting 1+1 for UP.
Balaganas guilty of the foul. His first. Well, the one thing that UP must not fall into is to start officiating this game. I really find it difficult for teams to win ball games when they start officiating the basketball game. And they worry too much about the calls they don't get, the calls they're supposed to get, things like that.
The focus already is taken out when you're worrying and waiting for whistles to come by. And, you know, there are very few, like in this game, I think for UP, they're probably looking, hey, ref, look, 4 fouls against us. We're in the penalty. UE, with all the banging inside, has not been in the penalty in the first period and has only been whistled for its second team foul late here in the second period.
You know, I learned from former PBA Commissioner Jun Bernard, you just have to play up foul. No pass. There's a bust out by Labagala.
The guy from Talisay, Cebu, showing up here at the Phil Sports Arena.
Almeda. Short penetration, short attempt won't work, and UP's having difficulty at close range, Randy.
Oh yes, you know, that's really the trouble for UP. They had their chances, but they just couldn't make it through.
We're tied at 24, which is, by the way, the 7th deadlock. Labagala to Hubalde. Masbang uses the body contact as a fulcrum. Bienvenida. Will it be a good trip for UP this afternoon? Turnaround, hook shot, nothing but the air. Hubalde, Masbang, angled off. He still has it, he's blocked, and a foul.
You know, both teams are really working on the same ploy. Going for the offensive board is just that UE is more successful compared to UP as far as that situation is concerned. Abby Santos collecting that foul.
And we're going to check out this amazing pass play. You know what I love about the irony? It's so exciting. Nobody's scoring, actually. We'll be right back.
Expect his team to step up. He told his boys to run and attack and read the other team's defense. According to him, the Maroons are a tough team and that they should avoid the mistakes that they committed in the first round by being focused and getting those shots in, said Madrani.
Talk about being focused. The UP coach has the best focus, I believe, all afternoon.
Oh yes, you know, and except that the shooting really has hurt UP and UE. In this quarter, 3 out of 30 shooting for UE. UP 1 out of 12. That's a big departure from the 50% that UP shot in the first period.
So I wasn't kidding when I said nobody was putting any points on the board really, huh?
The numbers bear you out, Seb. They're getting good offensive numbers as far as offensive board is concerned. But no baskets, field goal shooting going down. 3:24 remaining, still 24-24.
These were points that could have made UP control the second quarter a little better.
Well, I think it's also time when Marvin Cruz was taken out.
Look at the stat that was just handed over to us.
Well, inside scoring, 9 out of 19 for the game. While UP is 9 of 23 from the
So
inside.
both have really grown perform in that department.
Yes.
Here comes UE. They lead by 1 point. Tabagala squeezing to hold. Masbang is tied up in a crowd. 3 seconds is the call.
Got hemmed in. Got hemmed in. The Tabagala went to the sure thing to Masbang, but they couldn't throw it down, and UP just locking Masbang in that play.
25-24. UE is leading by a point with 2:50 remaining in a low-scoring second quarter. Hubalde trying to break away from the D. Tabagala. Cruz is watching him. Shot clock at 9. Tabagala picks up speed. Can't find anyone open. Palaganas set it over to Masbang.
You know, hardly a loop on that shot of RJ Masbang.
UP deciding to play small here. Trying to get some points from the guard line. Ferrer. Named after almost an actor. This is too old for you and me. Jose Ferrer.
Well, the only player that I knew at the time was Tony Ferrer.
That's old as well. But agent export more. As we get to meet Cruz Cabral, born in 1981. Oh boy, look at this hobby, my friend. Sure beats juggling.
It's also that UE UST games, Sam. Juggling and a shot put. Okay. Sam.
So how do you pursue your hobby? I throw something every day. Oh boy.
Come on, Sam. It's Sunday. It's Sunday.
Yeah, I know.
We ought to enjoy this, but you know, for Coach Lito Vergara,
This is no picnic.
yes, because you know they're losing the handle inside the shaded area, creating some transition plays for UE. UE slowly putting some distance between them and UP, and Masbang has been at the forefront, but continues to miss from the free throw line.
You know, this composition of the Final Four could very well be determined by who shoots better from the free throw line. As Ferrer knocks in a 3.
Well, that's the first 3 for UP this afternoon, courtesy of Ferrer, and the score is tied again at 27.
Tabagala. And Ferrer gives up the foul. What's going to hurt is that he will send Tabagala to the strike.
You know, that's there in the penalty, and Lito saying to Ferrer, come on, you know, he's not going to shoot from that distance.
Smart money 3. And this is a common mistake you will see in the court. Not looking at the penalty situation or not looking at the shot clock also.
Well, you really have to recognize the environment that you're playing in, and Ferrer committing that mistake, enabling Tabagala to go to the free throw line. It's that certain comb of a shot that you see from Labagala, Arellano, and Sagindel from the guards of UE.
I predict a nice future for this team, right? This UE team. We're going to see them around for this composition, except for the graduating people. About the score of guards for about 4 years. In the meantime, it'll go to UP.
Well, certainly if they do well and get to the Final Four this year, you know, Nino's going to be in some dilemma, because I've heard of some very good reserve team for UE coming up next year. Free throws is what the point probably that Lito will tell everybody. 8 out of 15 free throws given to UE. UP only 2 of 4 the whole of the first half.
Cruz attacks.
Oh!
That'll count.
You know, he's been doing that all the time. Marvin Cruz is not going to take it all the way, but he's going to do a handoff. And this time, no mistake for Abby Santos, and a foul to boot from Dizon of UE. That's number 2 on Robel Dizon.
You were saying exactly this, partner.
Yes.
In our Smart Buddy Instant Replay.
Abby Santos has been around for UP.
Oh, the big man, small man connection of UP reminds you of Manzano and Paras in 1986. In the meantime, the State University is back in front, 30-28, with 1 minute and 30 remaining. UE is trying to run a half-court set. As they go to Canaleta, it will bounce away, but it's not really clicking in this first half.
You know, he's a missing factor on the side of UE. You know, I mentioned about good shooting for Canaleta the last 4 games, but today, you know, he's almost zilch.
Cervantes goes to Ferrer, who hit one there earlier. Can't do it right now, and a loose ball foul underneath.
Oh, on KG Canaleta.
Yes, he shoved off.
You know, he's trying to pick up his game. He couldn't hit well, and they're down by 2 points. That's number 2 on KG Canaleta. Of course, his name is Nino.
We've been calling him Nino for a long time.
Yes.
And then suddenly, KG Kevin Garnett became extremely popular and became an NBA MVP. Meanwhile, Arellano returns to the ball game. Here's Ferrer. Zips it over to Cervantes. They love this left corner. They go to the top of the key. Ferrer tries to backpedal. Marvin says, I'm here in our corner. But they won't nail it. Cruz with a chance to recycle the offense. 35 seconds remaining. Here's Cruz. Miskin.
Yep. So, you know, he tried to fake to the left and went right.
Those are, you know, those of you who have played basketball, if you can get back that call, you know, it's a very disappointing, frustrating feeling when a ref calls you for traveling. Labagala slightly free, but he was clipped. Cruz jumping up and down may have been guilty of a foul.
Well, he couldn't believe that the foul was called on him when he was trying to cross the path of Labagala. Here it is, and there's Marvin Cruz. They have a case there. I'm sure they're looking at the...
And we have a big screen here, and that's why the UP side is reacting so loudly.
Saying, hey, we see nothing. And 18 fouls collected by UP here in the second quarter. But actually, UE has really been able to climb back in this game because of the free throw.
Yes.
So not very efficient, but they had the opportunities. And they cut down the lead of UP to 1.
We are all knotted together at 30 as UE pulls even. 8th deadlock. Almost a mid-court violation there. Just a half second between game clock and shot clock. Santos says, let me try it. But goes to Ferrer. He will dish off. Where is the offense going? Look, there's 6/10 of a second left.
And They're right in front of the bench of UP. Avi Santos warding off. That's number 3.
He has the right attitude. Let them go crazy over the balls.
No, we're just gonna play the game and take our shots at the free throw line.
Let them go crazy over those things.
And I think that's gonna be a point that they're gonna raise in at halftime for UP. We just gotta play the game.
You know, when you're covering a game, you have to see both sides sometimes, and you check on how is the other reacting to this outburst on one side. 6/10 left. The typical catch and shoot phrase will apply here. If you first catch it. That'll do it for this first quarter. We will begin the third tied up at 30. And we'll have cheering at halftime. And we'll have the numbers, figures, the facts of this first half. We're tied 30 apiece as UE and UP get entangled for our first game today. Anna and Gretchen with us covering their respective schools. Anna Santos, of course, covering the Red Warriors, while Gretchen Pulido covers the UP Fighting Maroons. Both these teams, as we mentioned, on winning streaks. There is a foul, and UP continues to be bothered by the officiating early on.
Well, they were looking for a traveling call against KG Canaleta, but the foul instead, a heavier one against them, was assessed to begin hostilities during the third period. That's the second foul of Toti Almeda.
Here's Hubalde. Secondel, Hubalde lurking on the baseline. Canaleta pops. Still doesn't work, gets his own miss. And it's lost at the baseline. It will go to UP. Speaking of UP, Gretchen Pulido will make this report.
Coach Lito Vergara was not so pleased with what happened in the second quarter. During the halftime, he stressed that they were making too many turnovers and were not shooting with confidence. The matchup between the two teams may be very close, but he said that they should get harder to win this ball game. The third quarter should be a fresh start, so tough defense is expected. 7, Randy.
Thanks a lot, Gretchen. And you know, Gretchen knows these things about athletes. She's also into swimming, so he knows the world of athletics as well. Almeda from the outside does not bite on that shot, doesn't get it. And here comes, oh boy, we still have not scored. And another foul.
Oh, this time it'll go against Sagindel and Marvin Cruz. You know, I saw a foot thrown back.
Sagindel. Oh boy.
And you know, Sagindel just goes back and confronts Cruz as if nothing happened.
You know, Sagindel is built like a flyweight, I tell you. And
well, you've covered so many rounds of boxing, Seth.
But you know, he's not, you're right. I like the attitude of Sagindel. Oh, sige.
Sige.
Tuloy lang natin. And I think the issue is, ayun, nagkasabitan ng konti. And the issue is the aftermath of the foul being called. In the meantime, the ball is lost.
Big risk taken here by Coach Lito Vergara. Quebral is manning the number 5 position. And we just expect Canaleta to get that ball because it's at least a one head taller than Quebral.
In the meantime, Toti Almeda knocks it outside. Sagindel must be feeling, why are they ganging up on me?
Well, they've changed guards now. It's Almeda taking on Sagindel.
Earlier, it was Labagala with a lot of playing time in the second quarter. We're still tied at 30. Almeda breaks up the pass. Goes all the way and finishes it off.
First 2 points for the third period for either team. UP getting the upper hand, 32-30.
Arellano, Sagindel. You know, the test that you, and the character that you develop here in the UAAP is to play under pressure. Under a lot of noise as well. In the meantime, RJ Masbang, a grizzled veteran.
And a quick turnover committed by UP, resulting into 2 points for Arellano.
I was just about to mention that Masbang has 11 points. And that's why don't blink when you're in the UAAP. Cruz, this is it off at the last moment.
You know, Masbang, I think, will be guilty of a foul. This time it's a turn of UE to question what happened to the scoreboard.
We're awaiting the official announcement, but I wouldn't be surprised if you're correct there as we take a look at that Toti Almeda breakout of this amazing mighty fast break. Yes, they give it to Masbang, Randy. You were right the first time.
So Almeda will take 2 free throws.
Masbang with his second foul, and Almeda takes care of the first free throw.
Almeda only his 7th point in the ball game. He only scored 4 points in the first half.
Almeda is 50% from the strike. But this time around, he hits 2 for 2. We're tied at 34. Sakindel. Cruz decides to pass off at the last moment, and they score.
They always look up to Toti Almeda to run and finish the break for them. Exciting third period, Zev.
You know,
in hand.
You're right. I was really looking forward to this game because of the guard line, because of the matchups of Almeda, Sakindel, Lapagala, Cruz, and Ferrer. It's just about our size, I guess. Masbang is beyond our size. Canaleta trying to get unglued here. His absence, scoring-wise, is a factor for UE.
They're looking for numbers. He's just dominating the inside game, but without points. Could be on Almeda. That's number 3 on Almeda. So same situation with Abby Santos.
Canaleta, 14 points on the average, has only scored 4. Those points happened in the first quarter. Don't forget, later on in the afternoon, we'll have the UST Growling Tigers going up against the Ateneo Blue Eagles. Ateneo already, their record has been blemished with a loss to the UE Red Warriors. Short pass inside. Canaleta is really groping for form.
Well, he is struggling. Now, those are gimme baskets for him.
Cruz, Cervantes launches a 3. Ken Brown says, thank you.
And that was a third foul of Masbang. A hard foul at that.
Look at this, everybody officiating here. Nino Bulldogs says traveling. One referee says no basket. It did not go in, but they give free throws. The basket did not go in, by the way.
Cabral will pick it up. And that would have been a traveling call, but the foul on RJ Masbang, number 3. That's going to take off some starch in the game of Masbang as he's taken out by Dindo Pumaren. It's Romel Dizon who's on the floor right now for the UE Red Warriors.
You know, you can't ask anything less from RJ Masbang. He will go all out. He has to battle, especially when they go up against big teams like LaSalle, as Cruz misses this outside feed. Picked up by Cervantes.
You know, Cervantes just hanging around.
And Cervantes has pocketed 8 points. He has given the Fighting Maroons a 4-point lead. Oh, great shot from the corner.
Arellano, that's a looper of a 3-point shot. 9 points for him. And they're within a point.
38-37. And early on, this place is already rocking. Down the baseline we go. That is lost by UP, but it looks like they'll retain it. And now, the UE Red Warriors want to talk things over. Lito Vergara already out on the floor. Might as well talk this place early on. Use the max of this 1 minute and 30 or so. We'll be back with the continuation of the third. Look at this athlete. It's bigger and bigger.
It's the first time for me to see this balloon.
Oh, well, I guess when you're from the UE Engineering School, you can be creative and affect the aerodynamics and things of this Mentas Barcada group. They are Grayson, Christian, Danrek, Augustine, Jets, James, Baglet, Rango, Eunice, Terry, Mike, and Greg Barcada just decided. Oh boy, a smart bunny 3.
And yes, Victor Epres answers back with a 3-point shot.
5:28 to go. UP seems to have managed to be able to rise above the calls. In the end of the second quarter, they were bothered by it. They managed to rise above them.
They're working beyond the calls. I think the players are well reminded that they just have to play the game.
Even from a management perspective, yung coach mo, bayaan mo lang magalit. Sige, let him worry about the officiating, but the players have to concentrate on the game itself. A smart volley 3 on your pictures right now, which has made this game 41-37.
So, and Servan has some color underneath.
Masyadong intense yung bakbakan now for that fourth spot, I feel. I really feel that fourth spot will be the one that will be intensely fought for.
So turnovers, UE blinking here in the third period, committing 2 more than UP.
In the meantime, the dribble of Epres is broken up. Hubalde, who hit 25 points the last time these two teams met, unable to deliver. Hubalde has pocketed 7 points and 5 rebounds. That will trickle in.
What a shot! Nowhere to go for Marvin Cruz. Canaleta was there. 6 points for Marvin Cruz. More importantly, a 6-point lead for UP.
Alam mo, juniors pa lang yan si Cruz. Sabi ko, ang galing naman itong batang ito. Ang galing itong player na to.
And that's why they were champions in 2002 because of him.
In the meantime, there's somebody open. Ernst Aguindel, Hubalde receives it and fires it up. Won't make it. Hindi magandang rhythm ni Hubalde today, huh?
He with Canaleta, they are missing guys at the offense of UE.
Just as like the other day, they caught Ateneo at a flat stage where they were all energy. Apparently, you're right, Hubalde and Canaleta are looking for form. Arellano, Sagindel, Canaleta says, I gotta get going here. And the pass goes widely out.
Confidence isn't there for Canaleta. Could have taken the shot, but is elected to throw a wayward pass, turning the ball over back to UP.
Robert Labagala from Talisay, Cebu. He likes Olsen Rosella. They play alike. And you were talking to his father earlier.
Yep. And they're very grateful that under Coach Lito Vergara, his son has gotten more minutes. The confidence is there, and this game is coming out.
The press with a shot, and there's a tip in.
Well, Abby Santos making hay while the sun shines with Canaleta sitting on the bench for UE doing that putback.
Maroons trying to keep alive a 2-game winning streak. Same thing for UE. Hubalde launches. Can't make it. Here's Cruz rushing. Oh, but he knows his dribble more than anybody else. Ibanez.
Could have been a different story had a shot gone in.
Arellano.
Yes! Second 3-point shot for Marcy Arellano. I think they should go to him now.
And they come within 5. UP's biggest lead was that 8-pointer earlier. Inside we go. Into the corner of this.